Hello everybody, XX Ghost XX here. We had one hell of an RP scene last night, and I wanted to give you a little bit of context before you watch what I'm about to show you. What started out as a stolen vehicle call quickly turned into a full-blown pursuit after I attempted to stop the suspect, Samantha Porter. Information gathered during the investigation indicated that the vehicle had been taken after a local civilian was killed. That was more or less reasonable suspicion on my part because the judge asked me, did you check to see if the local was dead? I did not. The body wasn't moving, there was a blood pool, but I did not verify it as I immediately got into the pursuit. Porter led me on a pursuit before eventually abandoning the vehicle after crashing into a wall and taking off on foot. After multiple commands to stop were ignored, I deployed my taser, took her into custody without further incident. During processing, she claimed lethal force was used, which it was not, as you'll see in the body cam footage that only the taser was deployed. This video contains pursuit, foot chase, arrest, and the aftermath. Sit back, enjoy the RP, and let me know what you think in the comments. Peace.
Hello, how do we do?
Hello, Your Honor.
If you'd like to approach the bench, let me please, sir, just have a quick side.
Yes, sir.
Are you talking to me, sir?
No, me.
No, madam. Imagine. Do you want to give me a case reference to look?
Yeah, so it's gonna be, report number 153. I was actually just finishing the date, time, and officer name and all that, so forgive me if, top details are not in there, because I'm currently finishing those right now. But,
And I'm assuming she's been given the option for legal, but is not available.
Yes. She requested a lawyer immediately on the basis of I used lethal force to apprehend her. However, my live eyes are going, my live body cam is going, and it will clearly show that my taser was the only item deployed at the time.
Okay, and the deployment for a reason for the taser was what?
Fleeing on foot and disobeying lawful commands to stop, as well as 3 warnings that she would be tased if she did not stop running.
Okay.
Upon capturing her, I did find 5 pouches of marijuana on her, which are currently still on my person, as I did not have time to bring them to the evidence lockup at the time, but I still have those.
Okay, and does she have a medical license?
Negative. And the marijuana that she has in question has been deemed illegal. I have spoken to White Widow, and the product that she has, they do not sell.
Okay. And you have sworn testimony of that?
Yes, sir. I can try and get a hold of Mr. Salvi, the owner of White Widow. However, he has been out of state for a while, so I do not know when he will return.
Okay, so how do you have a sworn testimony if he's not in state then?
I believe it is in the city's laws and, what's the word I'm looking for here? Statutes, I think, is the word I'm looking for.
But you just told me that you got sworn testimony from them.
Yes, I have spoken to him, and we, allow me to find the email, because...
Okay, so you haven't spoken to him today, you've spoken to him recently, is what you're saying?
I have not spoken to him today, no.
Okay, then that's all that cleared.
Yep. We do have something that was sent out by the state in... Where is it? Public announcements, I believe.
Okay.
I am searching for it at this time.
And where's the felony evasion coming from here?
Fleeing on foot.
Okay, wouldn't that be the resisting arrest?
You
ever heard of double jeopardy?
You would be correct. That would be resisting arrest.
Okay, so that would be double jeopardy there, wouldn't it? So you can either file for the resisting or you can file for the felony evasion. Which one are you going? Because a felony evasion would require a felony to have occurred. Speeding would be one. but that's up to you.
All right, we will go with the felony evasion. I will pull the resisting arrest.
Okay.
I will do that right now. And I did find that from the State Department. Legal form are joints. Illegal form is marijuana found in the form of baggies.
Okay. You've got reckless driving and negligent driving. That's also a double jeopardy. So which one are you going for there?
Negligent. I didn't even remember clicking negligent driving. I apologize. We're going. The reckless driving is the one we're going for.
Okay. Okay. Well, that's 9 down to 7. So we'll give her. Obviously, you give your cross. I'll get her side of the story. I'll have a look over everything in the back, and then we'll come to a conclusion. Sound good?
Yes, Your Honor. I did just update the report, so if you would kindly refresh, you will see the updated changes you requested.
Sounds like a plan to me. Okay.
The murder of a local, I think, is on there. I got a Grand Theft Auto call followed by a fight in progress. When I arrived, she was in possession of the vehicle in question with a deceased local next to the vehicle, hence the murder of a local charge.
Okay, so you checked if the local was breathing during this whole predicament then?
Yes, sir. They were motionless, not breathing. They were deceased. And the blood pool around them kind of confirmed that.
I mean, a blood pool doesn't confirm anything. That just confirms there was bleeding.
You do have a point there, Your Honor.
So what I'm asking you, is there actual confirmation that this local is now deceased, or is that just a visual observation check?
I can check with local EMS as they did approach the scene after I leave. However, I did not stick around long enough because I immediately initiated a 1080 when she fled in the stolen vehicle.
Okay, well, due to lack of evidence for it, I'd say also please get rid of that.
Yes, sir.
And then from that point, we'll go forward.
Alrighty. That has been updated at your request, Your Honor.
There we go. Good evening, Miss Porter. I am Mr. Cunningham. I will be your judge today.
Good afternoon.
Hello there. So, as can be seen by this, there was a few charges that I have had amended due to what we call double jeopardy, which is the continuation of 2 calls that would be considered the same. So, at the moment, you are looking at 9 charges. I'm going to read all of this out to you, okay? So, grand theft, theft of a vehicle, reckless endangerment, reckless driving, failure to stop, and felony speeding. Oh, sorry, felony evasion, grand theft, reckless endangerment, reckless driving, failure to stop, and felony speeding.
If you would like to take a look at my radar, Your Honor, it is locked in at 71, and the posted speed limit, as you know, is 50-55.
Okay, would you like to give me your turn of events, madam?
The car hit me, and I was just trying to be like, "What are you doing?" and talk to the lady. And so, then I was just trying to go get some bottle caps, not a big deal or anything. And this man basically almost murdered me. It's not great.
This is bullshit.
Okay. So, upon approach to the scene, the officer found an individual that was injured. You want to tell me how that came to about?
She hit me with her car. I'm also
okay.
injured.
So it was self-defense then.
Absolutely.
Okay.
I like.
Now there's
Ernest.
evidence providing for the speeding and for the evasion, due to the fact of all of this body cam. So I'm going to ask you now, for the charge of felony evasion ×1, do you plead guilty or not guilty to that charge?
I'm just wondering where my lawyer is.
At this moment in time, there is no lawyers, which is why this has come to a bench instead of a jury.
Gotcha.
Okay, so this is the best that was able to be offered. Because I can tell you, if I hadn't have come to here, you'd be looking at 3 more charges as it stands.
I like him, chat. I really fucking like him. He's
so
awesome.
I'm just going to go through this process for you. Felony evasion times 1. Do you plead guilty or not guilty to that charge as it stands currently?
Nah,
Adam?
not guilty.
Okay.
Oh, fuck me. This is gonna go on for a lot longer now.
The grand theft, is it a guilty or not guilty charge?
Not guilty.
Reckless endangerment, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty. That's on that officer.
Okay. Reckless driving, guilty or not guilty?
Not guilty again. That's on that officer.
Okay. Failure to stop and abide by a lawful command.
Oh, I thought he was just honking.
Okay.
Not guilty.
The fuck?
Not guilty.
My
and
lights were.
speeding.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah, not guilty.
Okay.
This
At this point in time, then I will have to go and review body cam footage to determine the charges on this. So what I will do is we'll have a quick recess of 5 minutes whilst this officer provides me with the footage so I can look over the evidence that's provided. And then it will be up to you to cross that and give your explanation as to it, okay?
Thank you, sir.
Okay, if you'd like to just spend a moment there with that, I would ask you to step into the back, but that would leave this individual unattended, which we can't do in a court. So
yes,
if you
sir.
can just get that to me in email whilst I just recess in the back for a moment.
Yes,
okay?
yes, Your Honor, I will try.
Emergency services requested at Elgin Ave.
One Tango 100. You can show me on scene.
Dispatch, Grand Theft Auto, code 1081.
Oh no, we ain't doing that.
Emergency services requested at Elgin Ave.
One Tango 100. You can show me in a vehicle pursuit. We're gonna be heading southbound on Strawberry. 1050, 1050. Oh, you slick son of a bitch. Vehicles exceeding over the speed limit. We're heading north on Textile City towards the freeway. We're taking a right, 1050, 1050. That's not the fucking weapon I wanted. Stop running! Stop running! You're gonna get tased! You're gonna get tased! Stop running! Taser deployed. Going for cuffs.
Okay. You'll hear me very well, yes?
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. So upon review, madam, of the footage, I can confirm that the grand theft did indeed take place. The failure to stop did indeed take place. The felony speeding did indeed take place. Personally, I do not see any form of reckless driving. I believe speeding and felony evasion already covers that, so I'm going to drop the reckless driving against you, okay? For all the other charges, so felony evasion, grand theft, reckless endangerment, failure to stop, and felony speeding. So There is no evidence that constitutes towards the fact that you were the individual that harmed them, the individual that was on the floor. Plus, there is no evidence to say that that individual was not attended to by local medics and therefore is at the hospital recovering. There was just a visual check of the motionless body upon the floor and a pool of blood. Like I explained to the officer, anybody could suffer an injury and then they could be seen to by medical. So due to lack of foundation and evidence, that has been thrown out. I'm also going to ask that the reckless driving be taken. And I think that after that, everything here should be in order. Due to the evidence that I've seen today, madam, there are 4 charges dropped that have been put forward. Okay? Now, usually, in a different form of manner, we would have a lawyer fight your case. But obviously, at this moment in time, due to the lack of lawyers, this is the best I can do for you today. And I think it's a better outcome than what you would have had.
Okay.
So it will be charged as guilty on those 5 other charges due to the evidence provided to me today, okay?
Okay.
Your Honor, are we going with the recommended fine and sentencing, or do you have a different ruling for that?
My personal thing upon this is, has the individual been a problem to you during the system? Has she been argumentative? Has she been vulgar? Has she called you names? Has she been a problem? While she's been in my custody in the court, she's been nothing but compliant and polite. And I thank you for that, Miss Porter.
If
Yes,
I
sir, of
can
course.
introduce one possible key evidence was a Twitter post she made while in handcuffs.
You able to message behind your back, are you, Miss Porter?
You know, I'm multi-talented.
Yeah. Multi.
I can
Is
read.
that like an American thing?
It is, yes, sir.
I can read that post to you if you would like, Your Honor.
Yes, please. I don't really do social media.
The post is police brutality is crazy use of deadly force when deadly force is not justified is something else. Followed by add it to my lawsuit if they do, as well as a message from just as long as they didn't send you to the hell jail. From my experience, trust me, you don't want that type of jail that came from a third party.
Okay. What during this incident would you consider lethal force, madam?
Well, I was brought back after being tased. And a taser I've never seen in my experience with watching videos online or in personal, ever seen somebody have such an adverse reaction to taser. Taser does talk about them being the ultimate tool to use in these sorts of circumstances. And while I do understand that it is a tool, there needs to be some sort of training on it. When somebody is running, it can be considered deadly force, and in this turn of events, it was almost deadly force. And I do find that very alarming that our officers that are here to protect and serve don't really seem to have a sense of that.
Whilst I do agree with your statements, I also take into consideration one key part, the fact that you slammed into a wall at about 70 miles an hour, madam.
You know, there was no brakes. I didn't know what was going on.
I can understand where this will come in, and I will indeed have the officer spoken to, and I will have the chief here or commissioner go through the correct protocol. But I will say that this single incident, from the evidence I
mean,
saw,
he's
was
been
not
fair,
not the
so
sole and only factor towards the injury. You slammed at a very high speed with no seatbelt on.
No, I had a seatbelt on.
Really?
I believe so.
Because in that footage there, not once did I see you reach for a seatbelt.
I'm not really sure how a seatbelt could be seen very well from a squad car or body cam footage, but if that's the prerogative, then that's the prerogative, sir.
Well, it was pointed directly at you, madam.
Okay.
So, you are saying to me you had a seatbelt on during that?
My memory, I believe I put one on, but memory is memory for that, and I don't wish to argue with you, sir.
Okay. I would say that still, well, it was clocked at 73, would still cause a lot of injury, regardless of a seatbelt
I
or
do
not.
look sharp.
And I would say that that contributed potentially towards some of the injuries you've received today. Now, that's not to completely sway out, because I do 100% believe in what you are saying. There are certain accidents or certain incidents that can cause injury to others whilst in motion. Motion is the biggest killer. Speed is being one of them. Also,
Kinetic
immobilizing somebody's body whilst they are running and where they're going to fall flat on their face and potentially have head injuries, I also agree. That's why personally I prefer it when I see officers using, restraints. But then again, I am not the colonel, nor am I the commissioner. I just uphold
You're
the
damn
penal
right.
code. But I will let the officers know, and I will take it into consideration that maybe, some things should be looked at.
Thank you, sir. I would also just like to state that this officer didn't seem to have any sort of remorse whatsoever. So, I guess at the end of the day, you get what you give.
From
So,
bitch,
something
please.
that you have been obviously extremely polite and well spoken, whereas, this officer I don't feel has been very respectful whatsoever. So, I believe that is also why there's definitely a difference in attitude towards the two of you.
Okay. Well, I do understand when you come to a court, it is then up to the courts in order to continue the sentencing. So what
that
we'll
and just
do...
real quick, I'd also like to add that for some reason he felt it was necessary to drive emergency from the PD to the courthouse when I was being cooperative and nothing but sitting quietly.
That
Can you
is
explain emergencies to me? I only know,
with lights and
code 1,
sirens
2, 3,
operating
or 4.
without due regard. So I believe that would be code 3.
Okay,
and
yes.
I wouldn't necessarily say that he was operating with due regard for citizens.
No, it should have been code 2, lights with occasional blasts following road laws. I agree.
You know what? I kind of walked myself into that
It's
one.
still a transport, madam. I think essentially there needs to be lights around in order to, sway vehicles, but I do not believe sirens should be used. Again, though, that's upon the police. I can't enforce that. Nobody's bringing that charge before me today, and I can only try to put forward what is put in front of me.
Understood, sir.
Now, I would ask the commissioner here if he wouldn't mind escorting this lady to holding, and then we'll have a talk, and then I will finish the processing for you.
Yes, sir. Do you have a holding cell here?
I do believe we have something in the back of this room here.
Alrighty. I'll follow you, as I've actually not seen the holding cells here.
I believe we have some holding section here we can just hold her into for the moment.
Alrighty. Alright, watch your feet. Don't trip. Let me know if you can't see, will you?
Here we go. If you'd like to come with me, we'll put her into this room at the back.
Yes, sir.
I do not believe that the cells are quite as such, but... Oh, this is actually just the other door. This room shall do fine.
Alrighty.
We'll keep her here. Madam, if you would like to take a seat, be known, if you attempt to leave this room, there will be a felony out for your arrest. It will be a felony warrant, okay? So it is within your best interest that you stay seated.
Understood, sir.
Okay.
Would you like the cuffs on, off, or double cuffed?
You can leave them on, sir. I'll take them off her when she's going, and then I will come back and provide them to you.
Yes, sir.
If you would like to please take a seat, Miss Porter. Here we are. I feel she's it's argumentative, isn't she?
Very. And body cam footage later down the line does show that I was concerned about her. I did ask her if she was feeling malnourished, if she wanted some food and water. She declined it and just kept asking for a lawyer.
Okay. So you did all of the necessary that I'm concerned. The only thing I would say, and again, like I've told her, it's not my concern how you run your department. I'm just here to uphold the law. But if you're bringing someone to me, just bring them code 2. You don't
Yes,
need
sir.
lights and sirens. and just maybe take into consideration motion is a big problem.
Yeah.
She would have fell flat on her face and busted her nose. The poor
Yep.
lady would have looked like a gremlin.
Oh yeah, and kinetic potential energy 70 miles to 0 does take a toll on somebody.
Well, this is the point I was trying to make. Regardless of the fact that of a taser being the final thing, there were other things that constituted towards it during the process. It's not single and only the taser that has caused this injury today.
Oh,
Her
not at all.
actions also have. But as far as you've done, you've given her the attention to medical. You've checked on her needs. You've checked on her water and her drink. She's refused that. That's upon her.
Oh, indeed. And I did request medical. I did call Richard Satchel, as he is a volunteer EMT, to do a secondary check.
And what was the confirmation of that?
He could not perform his duties, so we had to call local. And when local arrived, they transported her to the hospital via Kiflam airlift.
Got you. Okay. I will wrap it up for you here. I'm just going to give her 25% time served due to the fact that she's been with us for a while.
Alrighty, I'll let you do that, and then if you could get me the updated time, I will do the think about prison and let you take off the handcuffs, and I'll send her off.